Hello, my name is Azar. Welcome to my new channel. This channel, I am going to be learning how to play the Kamancheh. I'm excited to take you on this journey with me and see what we can learn from each other. I'm excited for your feedback to help me become a better musician. I've been playing the violin for about 20 years now. I just graduated from the Jacob School of Music with violin performance. I wanted to introduce you to my violin. I named him. His name is Mr. Sweetface. And I also wanted to introduce you to the star of this channel, the Kamancheh. As you can see, we're very different instruments, so this will be quite a challenge for me that I'm willing to take on. Mr. Sweetface and the Kamancheh are about the same size. I think the end pin on the Kamancheh makes it just a little bit taller. Something that is very different between the two of them is this Kamancheh you play by turning with your left hand as you bow. The bow go. My bow is currently over here. As you bow, so you turn, and this stays in the same position. Now with the violin, when you play, instead of using your left hand to turn your instrument, your bow arm, your right hand, has different levels. So that's something that I think is going to be a big change for me with this new instrument. Another difference is the tuning. I think a lot of people do tune their Kamancheh like a violin, so G, D, A, E, or a lot of people tune it as A, E, A, E, but with this specific Kamancheh, I think that it sounds better with E, A, E, A, so I'm trying to tune it like that. So please, I'm sorry if it's out of tune as the video goes on. It's very cold outside, and the Kamancheh does not like going between different temperatures. So anyways, that's how I tune the Kamancheh. There are other Kamanchehs that have 5 strings that I think are interesting, and some people tune as, I think, D, A, D, A, A, E, A, E. But like I said, I think if vibrations work the best with E8, A, E, A, E. A, E. I'm getting confused. It ends with A, so that's how I'm tuning my Kamancheh, excuse me. Something that I want to work on today is how to get a nice tone. So I'm going to just work on open strings with my bow hold. Now, another difference between violin and Kamancheh is this is how I hold my violin bow. This nice pinky finger with my thumb is rounded. That's my happy classical violin hold. But with the Kamancheh, see, with the violin, you don't have to tighten this with your hand. It will automatically tighten with this screw here. But with the Kamancheh bow, you have to tighten it yourself like a bass bow hold. So this is how I'm holding my bow currently so far. If any of you guys have any suggestions with that, please let me know. So I'm just gonna kind of work on some open strings and see what kind of tone I can get. That's something I'm really having a problem with. I've been playing about 3 weeks, and the strings are very hard to segregate or have just one string at a time for the middle 2 strings. So like I was saying, I really turn, like pivot the Kamancheh as I'm playing. So like that. It's very interesting. And it's very strange because the Kamancheh falls off my leg like this all the time, and it scares me, you guys. It scares me. So anyways, here are my open strings. experiment with different angles for different strings. So to lean this way to the left when I'm playing on the A string. Because it'll help me keep my hand in the same place. It'll help stabilize it. And same for this side for the lower strings. I'm still trying to look at what string I'm on, so sometimes the Kamancheh starts leaning towards me, and it can be a problem. But so that's what I've been experimenting with. Another thing that I like to do is to try to go between two strings like this. I'm really focusing on this, how it's changing, what string I'm going to be playing, and trying to just focus on keeping this as straight as possible, even though I'm having a very hard time keeping my bow right here. It seems to be coming up and down wherever I want it. So. Yeah, you can see my bow is still going this way. I've been practicing that to try to start getting a pretty sound and be able to go between the strings from string to string without having a collision. So the first song that I wanted to try to learn on this channel or practice, I'm going to butcher the name completely, so if someone has an idea of how I can say it, please let me know in the comments. Lama Bada Yatathana. That's how I'm going to try to say it. And that's the song that I'm going to try to play today. And then we'll practice together. Okay. So something I noticed just now is my strings are still having a hard time being clear. It's almost like I have a little wolf there, especially when the other strings are playing. So I'm going to try to focus on my string changes. Just kind of go like that, you know? Try to focus also on my fingers, so I'm just going to play that to scale. Something I have done with my violin is to put the finger down before the bow, which I like to call FBB, finger before bow. So I'm going to try that with this. So that seems more clear. Now let's try it as it's supposed to be written. That's one. And you can hear it going out of tune, guys. So that's how I'm going to begin to practice. And then we can add in those grace notes like I just did. Oops. One way that I think I'm going to practice the grace notes is like a trill on the violin, I would practice 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's hard to say when to do it. And then 8, 10, and then 12. And then for the next one. It's really fast. So that's one way that I think I'm going to practice. And then when I play through the song, I want to listen and see if it's at the same speed. So. Sounds better with the trill. I'm still going to have to practice that on my own before I come back and play it for you again. Now the next part, it has a small shift right here, which causes a big problem for me as a violinist, because I want to show you. When I shift on the violin, I don't have to worry about my violin going anywhere, because my chin is right here. It's resting on my chin. The violin isn't going to go like this anywhere. But with my Kamancheh, my sweet little Kamancheh, it has a possibility of going all over the place like this or off my leg. And I feel like I have to hold it with my thumb in order for it to stay when I shift. So that's something I really need to work on, with what angle I'm going to have the Kamancheh in. So when I shift, this shift is not very big, so I can almost just slide my finger instead of my whole hand. Let's try. Now, my Kamancheh is actually pretty straight, but I could experiment with trying, to lean to one side a little, since it's on the lower strings. And basically, the rule of thumb for shifting is don't stop until you get there, and don't stop before you get there. So. I'm just trying to hear that note before it happens, and then when I hear it, I stop right there. And with shifting, I'm just trying to hold the Kamancheh in place with my thumb, but also to let it be loose enough for my hand to slide up and down on the fingerboard. Something I still really need to work on. So. Shift back. Now I'm going from a second finger from a first finger to a second finger. So I'm basically just using my violin knowledge to push the first finger out of the way with my second finger. Shift is more substantial. So this is how I play Paganini caprices on my violin. I have to have what we call a Paganini insta-second, where you just don't play anything and you imagine where your finger's going to be, and then you hope that the finger will be there after the second is up. So stop. So I keep my bow on the string here, on the string that I will have the next note. Stop. bottom string has a wolf, so I'm just really trying to work on pushing and pulling that string as I'm playing through it. That's how I practice her. I'm gonna have to change my position with my thumb. And then this is another Paganini into the second, guys, where I have to find that note. This string change, I'm gonna really have to get on. That's better. So that's how I'm going to be practicing that piece. I'm not sure if that was interesting for you or not. Please leave your comments below. And I'm excited to learn more pieces with you. Thank you for watching the first video of your channel. I'll hopefully be posting again soon.